Hello everybody, introducing my name is Sarni Marsalena from Teguh Umar University Public Law. One occasion I will discuss a little about euthanasia. First, meaning of euthanasia. Euthanasia, EU, it means good. Thanatos, it means death or good death or easy death is often also called mercy killing. In essence, killing on the basis of feeling of pity actually cannot be separated from what is called the right of self-determination on the basis. This right becomes the main element of human right and along with the new awareness about this right. Next, types of euthanasia. Euthanasia in terms of how it is implemented can be divided into first, aggressive euthanasia, also known as active euthanasia, is a deliberate act by a doctor or other health worker to shorten or end a patient's life. Aggressive euthanasia can be done by administering a lethal compound, either orally or by injective. One example of such lethal compound are cyanide tablets. Second, non-aggressive euthanasia, sometimes also called automatic euthanasia or auto-euthanasia, is classified as negative euthanasia, which is a condition when a patient expressly and consciously refuses to receive medical care despite knowing that his refusal will shorten or end his life. The refusal is formally submitted by making a codicil or handwritten statement. Non-aggressive euthanasia is basically a passive euthanasia practice at the request of the patient concerned. Third, passive euthanasia can also be categorized as negative euthanasia that does not use active tools or steps to end a patient's life. Passive euthanasia is carried out by stopping the provision of medical assistance that can prolong the patient's life on purpose. For example, by not providing oxygen assistance for patients experiencing respiratory difficulties, not giving antibiotics to patients with severe pneumonia. Eliminating surgery that should be performed to prolong the patient's life or giving painkillers such as morphine are known to actually cause death. Passive euthanasia is often done covertly by most hospitals. Passive euthanasia can be carried out by medical personnel or by the family who want someone to die. For example, the patient family who cannot afford medical expense will ask the hospital to make a forced discharge statement. This situation triggers the patient to die naturally as well as a medical differential effort. Next, euthanasia from the point of view of granting permit can be classified into first, euthanasia against the will of the patient, namely an act of euthanasia that is against the patient's desire to stay alive. This kind of euthanasia can be equated with murder. Second, involuntary euthanasia is often the subject of debate and is considered a wrong action by anyone. Occurs when someone who is not competent or has no right to make a decision to do and on behalf of the guardian. Still, voluntary euthanasia carried out with the patient's own consent. However, this action is still considered controversial. Euthanasia is viewed from the point of view of the purpose of doing it above mercy killing. Animal euthanasia is euthanasia based on doctor assistance. This is another form of voluntary aggressive euthanasia. Next, euthanasia from a medical perspective. In the advancement of science and technology in the medical field, the life of a patient can be extended, and this often makes doctors faced with a dilemma whether to provide such assistance or not, and if it has been given, whether it is permissible to stop. The duty of a doctor is to help the soul of a patient, even though it can no longer be continued, and if it continues, sometimes it will add to the patient's suffering. Stopping the act is a form of euthanasia based on the manner in which it assures science distinguishes that into three types. Euthanasia is that occurs due to natural processes. Euthanasia is that occurs unnaturally. Euthanasia is that occurs with or without the help of a doctor.